Hey, welcome back to the Video Marketing Show with Josh and Mike. I'm Josh.
I'm Mike.
And we are here to talk to you about strategy, why it's important to plan to fail when you go to make videos.
Yeah.
Or as some people say, you can plan to fail, or you can fail to plan, or you can plan to fail to plan to plan.
Yep.
So that's why you shouldn't just wing it when you go to make a video. Because if you don't have a plan, you also don't have a target, you also don't have a goal. And if you don't have a target that you're aiming for, how do you know if you hit it?
Yeah.
I'm going to start talking about archery class in college if you don't
if
jump in here.
Well, because one of the things that... Dad jokes. Sorry, guys.
There's two of us.
Well, one of the things that I think is most important, because we talked about this on our first video, is that a lot of people come in and they say, hey, this is a cool video that I saw. I want it to look like this. I want it to look like X. And really, it's not tailored towards this is going to help me get more sales. It's just going to help me look cool. And I think if I look cool, then more people will want to come in and buy my service or product. And it's not really geared towards, how can this get you more sales? How can this be measured? How can any of this be? It's just, this looks cool. I think I want that. I think I'm ready to go. I know video, we need video, so let's just get one done. And that's it.
And a cool video works for some people. And there's certain things that a cool video accomplishes that, a video of two guys talking in a studio may not accomplish. But there's also things that two guys talking in a studio is going to accomplish that a cool video is not going to accomplish.
And I think that's where a plan comes into play, because there is a long plan and this video falls in place in that plan. That cool video falls in place in a plan, but all by itself, done out of step, it makes no sense. It has a high likelihood of just falling flat on its face. In other words, you pay for a video that you stick on your website or your social media page, and it never does anything, ever gets a few hundred views, and then that's it. It brought you nothing.
Right. So that's why you want to think about strategy in video, not just simply what is my strategy for this video, but how does this video fit into my marketing strategy? And if you say my marketing what, then we know where we need to start. You need to have a plan and a strategy for the way that you market. We have one for the way that we market. And this video, this series, the show that we're doing is part of our strategy. And it fits in somewhere. So as you are doing things in your business, you need to have a plan so that you have a roadmap of where you're going. If you know that you're going to drive to Texas, then you can plan which roads to take to get there. But if you say, I don't know where we're going to go, let's just get in the car, you have no idea where you're going to end up. So you always need to know where you're headed. Just like with anything else in business, you don't hire people and then go, well, we'll figure out what you can do here.
Yeah. You have a plan as to why you hired that person, or you're going to waste your money. They're not going to produce for you. And you actually end up losing money.
That's right.
That's another thing we kind of go back to, like in the last video. You're losing money. And you definitely can lose money if you kind of go off half-cocked without a plan of knowing where you're going to go. So, I mean, we call it strategery of inside joke, sorry. Strategy of
I love it. we were making up words the other day, and just one thing led to another. Strategery is where that ended up. So what Mike is trying to say is when you have your strategery, you need to make sure that you are planning not only for the video, not only for like where are we going with marketing, but what is the budget for it? What is the return on investment we're looking for? Because in that strategy comes the question of, well, how much am I willing to spend? And it's not a question of how much can I spend on one video which will hopefully solve all my problems. It's that doesn't happen. It's how much can I spend all year annually on my marketing? And that's a question every business needs to answer. And we can't just throw a number out and say every business should, this is the number. But you can, as a business, look at what you're doing in your business, look at, what is that number that's going to bring you that return on investment? Because ROI is the key thing in business. One of the key things. If what you're doing is going to not have a return on investment, then you're losing that money. Now, there's times when that's a good move because in the long run, there's a return on investment.
Yeah.
So it may be that we're going to spend a bunch of time making a show about marketing for free, and we're not getting paid. But in the long run, it's helpful to our clients, it's helpful to our community, and on the 5-year plan, that ends up growing our business. So you definitely have to kind of think through all of those levels as you guys are putting your marketing plan together.
And that changes because we're now in a day and age where it's all about leading with value first. So I wanted to hit a point that you were talking about earlier is that, ROI is, before ROI, budgeting and concern for planning and how much is this video going to cost? Is it worth it? But then not only that, what is this video going to bring in terms of selling content, selling your product or your service or whatever it is that you have.
Maybe selling content if that's your product or service.
Yeah. So that, and then like you said, in the long term, just making it work for you. So in this day and age, it's all about leading with value first because we live in the day of information. So we're talking YouTube. I can go on YouTube and learn how to tie a tie my shoes, anything. I mean, that can get into the funniest stuff, but yeah, just anything, You can go on YouTube and watch a show about how to market your business. Yeah, like at no end.
You can learn to do anything. You can learn how to make your own videos. You can learn how to record your own audio. You can learn how to make a movie. You can learn how to do anything that you want to do. It comes back to what is most important. What are the things that you need to do in your business? Because, for example, for us, it's like we can say we need to get our car fixed. So, like, hey, I'm a video guy. I know YouTube's out there. I can go on YouTube, watch videos, and then I can go fix my car. Well, is that the best use of my time and resources? Or am I better off hiring a professional mechanic who knows exactly what the problem is? And I might spend...
Almost a smile on my face.
I might spend
I've done it before.
I might spend a month trying to diagnose the problem and figure this out.
Or you do it and you follow the steps, you think you got it right, and then you're like, dang it. And then you got to go to the store, and then you already know.
And we've all done that in different areas. So when it comes to marketing in your business, it's just like anything else. So there's certain things you can do by yourself and certain things that you should do yourself. You should be posting content constantly on social media.
All kinds.
And you should not, for most people, should not be. We're talking to small business owners here. So if you're a small business owner, do not hire us to come out every single day and make content for your social media. That's not the right choice for you. Now, if you're Nike, then great. Hire us to come out every day and make social media content.
Our phone number is...
That is a return on investment that is relevantly appropriate. So you always have to be looking at... It all comes back to ROI constantly as you're looking at marketing. So
yeah, and back to what I was saying about just leading first with value. That's what we're doing. What we're doing is we're kind of leading first with value.
Yeah.
Kind of going off at the top of our heads of the knowledge that we have in marketing and producing videos and all that good stuff because... producing videos, honestly, for business is a part of a branch on a tree of marketing, and marketing is the whole tree. And so, that's why we know what we know about marketing because we're a part of that tree. So yeah, so when it comes to planning, we don't just want to wing it. We don't just want to go, go off half-cocked and I want a video, so let's do a video, or I want to start some commercials, or I want to take a picture of something and start an Instagram or Facebook ad campaign without having a plan on what this is going to look like, or you'll end up spending so much money, wasting so much money, having no idea where you're going. And the first time somebody replies to your ad, ooh, I got a client. Yeah, now it's really worth it. Even though you spent like $1,000 and the person doesn't even buy anything. And if they do, it's $5 worth of whatever. So,
But right there, in that example, is a perfect question for return on investment. What are you selling? What does that return look like for you? If you were to spend $1,000 marketing X product in your business, how many units would you need to sell to get back that ROI?
Yep.
And in business, in the creative world, everyone's like, well, if I sold $1,000 and I make $1,000, if it cost me $1,000 and I made $1,000, I made money. It's like, no, you broke even. And actually you lost money because you didn't think about your costs and all these other things. So
Right.
most people who are, owning a small business have already thought about those things. So it's like, oh.
We hope. And if you haven't
thought about it.
then you get educated on that, because that's also
goodness.
important. There has to be profit in order for the business to survive. There's not.
What, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. Tell him, Josh. You preach, brother.
There's this thing called profit. If you haven't heard about it, it's this thing called profit.
It's so
and it's
great.
the money left over after your expenses.
You mean there's money left over after expenses?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you got to think about that. And I mean, we joke about it, but we know a lot of small business owners. We've talked to a lot of small business owners who still haven't figured that out. For the first couple years of my business, I didn't have that figured out. And I was like, well, shoot, if I can, make enough money that I can pay my mortgage and grocery bills, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's very common in the artist space.
Yes.
They don't call them starving artists for nothing.
True.
But anyway, so to wrap up, it's important to have a strategy. It's important that you know where you're going, what your target is, and then you can map out a plan of how to get there. Do you have anything else to close it out?
Other than we got a question from IG that we'd like to answer. The question was, can you please help me with can you help with brainstorming FAQ or video ideas? So in other words, if I have to have a plan, can you help me make a plan? And the answer is yeah.
Yeah, we can help.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can.
What really helps is that when you have somebody come from the outside and look at your business and say, okay, this is what I can identify as that's the pain point here. Here's a pain point here. Here's a pain point here. You need to work on these things.
Right.
If you don't see that yourself, then we can come out and point that out to you. We also do things like market research, where we can research your competition, research your own clients if you've actually been selling stuff.
Right.
So that, go ahead.
I'm just following in. A great thing you can research is to look at the reviews. Look at reviews that customers have already written for you. Look at reviews they've written for your competition. What are they saying good about your competition? Or what are they saying bad about your competition or bad about you? Those are elements of research.
That's
and those
gold.
are things that will tell you what are those commonly asked questions? What are those pain points that your clients are struggling with?
You got to remember, you're selling to people. And so if you do what Josh just said, then those people are saying what they like or what they don't like, what they want and what they don't want. And if you're not paying attention to that, and you're just paying attention to what you think is the best product, then you're going to have a problem.
You have to listen to your customers. If you listen to your customers, they will tell you what you need to do in your business. They will tell you what you need to sell. They will tell you what you need to explain. And then when you listen and you hear that, and then you turn around and you give that back to them, then they buy from you.
Or listen to your competitors' complaints, because that's how you make it, man. You're a shark in this pool, and you need to eat them all up. So anyway, to wrap up, you need a plan.
You need a plan. And so part of our plan is to ask you to like this episode, to leave a comment asking questions, or just saying, hey, good job. And I'll say, thanks, Mom. Gotta get the dad jokes and the mom jokes, right?
Yeah.
And also subscribe to our channel. We have been dropping an episode pretty much every week. Actually, every week we've been dropping an episode, and we're going to keep doing an episode every week. So subscribe to our channel for more content. Leave comments if you have any questions. And we'd love to answer those questions on our show. We love getting questions.
Yeah.
We've gotten a few. We got to one today, so we'd love to keep getting to more of your questions.
Also, if you're watching us on IG, we are also on YouTube, so go subscribe there as well.
That's right. Because we post this both on YouTube and on IG.
Or LinkedIn, or any of the places.
Yeah.
Any of all the places.
If you're on any of the
that.
InstaWeb, Facebooks
Yeah.
of the linked of the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the interwebs.
Any of the interwebs. We need like a cool outro.
Bye. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
What if we did this? All right, guys. Bye.